I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we are taking a closer look at Green Arrow issue number 21. What dark secrets will Oliver Queen find as he tries to discover the true meaning of the Star City? Let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Okay then, so as the comic opens, we get essentially two stories being told at once. One involves Oliver Queen looking for his father's secret man cave, which just so happens to be hidden inside a mausoleum in a cemetery, because, you know, when you're a rich dude, a regular man cave in the basement just won't do it. And the other involving DC Universe super assassin and femme fatale Cheshire making her way to Seattle. Cheshire, you'll of course remember, having a long-standing history with Roy Harper back in the old universe as his former lover and the mother of his daughter, who no longer exists. Ah, sad face. Cheshire, using some well-placed poisons, manages to cause a massive plane crash in the Seattle airport, killing all sorts of people. This just being the first of what will be many coordinated terrorist attacks throughout Seattle. Now, back with Green Arrow, Oliver talks about his relationship with his father, how he wasn't the best guy to get close to. He was kind of cruel, kind of cold, kind of distant. All in all, this is pretty fitting with what we know about Ollie's father, not just the version of him we saw in Jeff Lemire's Outsider War story, but also versions that existed before. Now GA begins to think his dad was more than just a crap dad, that he might actually have been evil and in some way related to the Ninth Circle. Oh wow, you mean it wasn't enough that he was already a member of the Outsiders, he was a part of two different evil death cults? Geez, that guy got around. This issue also marks the return of Eddie Fryers, a long-standing Green Arrow character who, much like Cheshire, is trying to sow seeds of destruction and chaos all over the city. His attack, though, takes more of a pestilence approach as he releases a bunch of bed bugs and other dangerous insects in the wealthy area of town. Then there's Danny Brickwall, Rick, a former mob boss of Old Star City with super strength and skin as hard as stone. In this issue, Brick uses his super strength to bring down low-income housing all over the city, with people still inside. Lastly, we also check in with the new corrupt Trump-esque mayor. He's trying to push through a bunch of legislation that'll let him, you know, really cut through the red tape and help create jobs. But in reality, he's just dismantling a bunch of governmental oversight, which will allow him and his evil buddies to complete their plans. As we discover, all of these attacks are actually the work of Broderick and the Ninth Circle. He says that he already succeeded in destroying Oliver Queen's life, but now it's time for the next step of the plan, to destroy Seattle, burn it to the ground so that it may be reborn as a Star City. And to do this, he's recruited the mayor, Brick, Cheshire, and Eddie as his own personal Four Horsemen. Whew, don't let Apocalypse hear you use the word Four Horsemen, he might sue ya. As the comic winds down, Green Arrow looks over the destruction being wrought throughout his city, as all of these attacks just so happen to link up and make one giant star in the center. So anyone who's followed my videos for any amount of time will know that one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to my favorite hero, Green Arrow, is that from the New 52 era onwards, they got rid of his classic Star City and instead replaced it with the real city of Seattle. Something that I felt became a bigger and bigger shame in hindsight, especially when you stop and consider characters like Nightwing were allowed to go back to Bloodhaven. But now, finally, thanks to Ben Percy, we're actually starting to get to see some movement of Star City. It just feels nice to hear characters say that word again and honor the history that comes along with it. I absolutely love classic Green Arrow foes like Brick and Cheshire being brought back, and I really dig this whole Four Horsemen thing that they got going on now. Not exactly sure how I feel about Green Arrow digging deeper into his own family's personal history. I mean, it's cool to see he didn't have a good relationship with his dad, unlike someone like, say, Batman, who had a good relationship with their dad. I just hope they have a good explanation for all of it and it doesn't clash with what Lemire already did with the Outsider War. Overall, though, I'd feel comfortable giving this one an 8.5 out of 10. Ben Percy has been killing it so far, and I think this is shaping up to be another really good one. Well, there you have it, everyone. Another video starring my personal favorite superhero. And hey, while I have your attention, why not check out some of the other videos I have available on the channel right now? Or if none of these float your boat, you can always stay up to date on when the newest video offerings from Cape Joel come out by going down to the description of this very video and checking out my many social media feeds. Be it Twitter, be it Facebook, be it Instagram, it's really up to you. Also, hey, are you in a generous mood, want to support myself and the channel while also not having to commit to a full-on Patreon cycle? Well, I have a cyber tip jar and a little bit goes a very long way. So, until next time everyone, I've been Cape Joel, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.